Good evening, welcome to the DBS Sports. Brian Kallick sitting in for Kenson Kazimi. We begin tonight with some great news for the cricket fraternity. Another member of what has been described as St. Lucia's golden age of cricketers have made it to the top of their youth pinnacle. St. Lucia's most recent selectee on the West Indies cricket team, young Akeem Ogiste. Ogiste has been called up by the Cricket West Indies selectors as part of the West Indies under-15 cricket team to tour the United Kingdom in August 2018. Akeem is a student of the St. Mary's College and resides in the community of Corinth, Grand Riviere. He is a left-handed batsman with excellent technique and is a very good touch player. Akeem also is a very proficient wicketkeeper and a very handy right-arm leg spinner. During the 2017-2018 Windward Islands Under-15 cricket tournament, which took place in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the stylish left-handed batsman remarkably made 2 centuries, 138 not out versus Grenada and an even 100 versus Dominica. No other batsman in the history of the Windward Islands Under-15 cricket tournament have had such an honor of scoring 2 centuries in a single tournament. Thus far, in his infant career, he has recorded 3 centuries and 24 half-centuries. Akeem served as captain of the Windward Islands Under-15 cricket team in the 2018 Cricket West Indies Regional Under-15 tournament, which took place in Jamaica from March 26 to April 4th. Special commendation must go out to all who have worked with Akeem on his journey thus far. Of course, his dad, Wayne Ogiste, and mom, Nadia Ogiste, you have been excellent pillars of strength to Akeem throughout his cricketing pathway. Also, Coach John Eugene of the John Eugene Cricket Academy. Still in news on cricket, the Department of Youth and Sports Secondary School Under-15 40-over cricket tournament, well, that continued last Friday at the Grosley playing field. Grosley Secondary maintained their 100% winning streak, defeating Cyrus Simmons by 136 runs. Grosley Secondary, taking first strike in a game reduced to 30 overs, reached 214 for 5 in their allotted overs. Talented footballer Jalil Evans topped scoring with an attacking knock of 59. Jalil was one of the standout players from the recently completed Northern Zone Youth Tournament. He was supported by Joshua Sipal, who scored a steady 47 not out. For Cyrus Simmons, Shaquan Nelson took 4 for 34 in 6 overs. In reply, Cyrus Simmons, they were dismissed for 78 in 13.5 overs, with Zidane Jabatis, 13, the only batsman to reach double figures. Bowling for Grosley Secondary, Jalil again, this time with the ball, took 4 for 15 in 3 overs, while captain Royce Paul, also St. Lucia Under-15 player, he bagged 3 for 36 in 6 overs. While at the Mindo Phillip Park, Barbados Secondary completed a comfortable 8-wicket victory over Coram Secondary. Coram Secondary, batting first, were dismissed for 73 in 14 overs, with the only batsman reaching double figures being Neve Hubert with 17. Bowling for the Barbados Secondary, Tariq Edward, another St. Lucia Under-15 player, he took 4 for 17 in 4 overs, while Daniel Kennedy collected 2 for 17 in 4 overs. In response, Barbados Secondary easily overhauled the total, finishing on 74 for 2 in 12.3 overs, with Tariq Edward making 30 and Bolton Sayers 18. While at the PI playing field in a low-scoring match, Suffolk Comprehensive recorded a close 2-wicket victory over PI Secondary. PI Secondary, batting first, were dismissed for 75 in 21.3 overs, with Joshua Dominique making 19 not out. Bowling for Suffolk Comprehensive, Richie William took 2 for 11 in 4 overs, while Taylor Daisy had 2 for 14 in 4 overs. In response, the Suffolk Comprehensive, they crossed the line with just 2 wickets in hand, finishing on 76 for 8 in 13.5 overs, with John Fletcher 12 and Richie Williams 11. Bowling for PI Secondary, Chauvin Albert took 4 for 35 in 7 overs, and Kelvin Charles bagged 3 for 11 in 6.5 overs. Well, still in local cricket, the final practice match before the national selectors picked the final St. Lucia senior cricket team to represent the island in the Windward Islands tournament took place on Sunday, May 20th at the Grosley playing field. The teams were again led by Johnson Charles and Jamal James. James's team, batting first, made 155 for 7 in their allotted 31.3 overs, with captain Jamal James making 65, Kevin Augustine 47 and Tariq Gabriel 29. Bowling for Charles's team, Les Forest, he took 2 for 9 in 3 overs. In reply, Charles' team, they got to 177 for 3 in 18 overs, with Captain Charles top scoring with 80, which included 7 fours and 8 sixes. Tonya Simon, 29, former West Indies reserve player Jonelle Eugene, was unbeaten on 27. For James's team, Tariq Gabriel took 2 for 58 in just 4 overs. Well, we patiently await the release of the senior national team. The Cricket West Indies Northern Grassroots Cluster cricket program continued on Saturday, May 19th, this time at the Grosvenor playing field. The match was played between a Northern Cluster Grassroots under 15 and a visiting Wildy Sports and Culture Club representative under 15 team from Barbados. In the 35 overs aside match, the Northern Cluster Grassroots team batting first made a respectful 383 for 7 in their allotted overs. This total was aided by a magnificent maiden century from Windward Islands under 15 player Ryan Goodman. Goodman batted with great command until he was asked to retire on 117, which included 15 fours and 7 sixes. Other useful contributions came from Can Elcock with a well-played 42. Bowling for the visiting Wildy's team, Josh Dawn took 2 for 18 in 5 overs. In reply, the Northern Cluster boys restricted the Wildy's team to 182 for 9 in their 35 overs, with Sadio Osborne top scoring with 33. For the Northern Cluster team, Darren Sammy Jr., he bagged 3 for 10 in 5 overs. The Northern Cluster team won by 101 runs. Meanwhile, the Cricket West Indies Northern Cluster Grassroots Cricket Program representative under 15 cricket team went down by 48 runs to the visiting team, the Wildy Sports and Cultural Club, in Game 2 of their short tour of St. Lucia. Wildy's team batting first in a 25 over the side game made 165 for 8 in their allotted overs, with Zion Brathwaite top scoring with 29. For the Northern Grassroots, well, Shaquan Prudent, he took 2 wickets. In response, the Grassroots team, well, they were dismissed for 117 in 22.3 overs, with captain Royce Paul making 46. Still in news on cricket, meanwhile, the 2018 Grosvenor Domestic 50-over cricket tournament, sponsored by the district representative, the Honourable Leonard Spider Montoot, resumed on Friday, May 18th under the floodlights at the Grosvenor playing field with match number 6. In this matchup, Polus Knight Riders defeated Meluse Challengers by 3 wickets. Meluse Challengers, batting first in the game, reduced to 40 overs aside, made 182 all out in 23.3 overs, with Alex Antoine hitting 35 and René Montoot 25. Jamal McPhee was the pick of the bowlers for Polus Knight Riders, picking up 5 for 32 in 6.3 overs with his off-spin. In reply, a well-constructed half-century from the standing captain of the Polus Knight Riders, Quayne Henry, ensured victory for his team. They finished on 183 for 7 in 29.5 overs, with Quayne Henry leading the way with 55, which included 8 fours and 1 6. For Meluse Challengers, Royce Paul took 2 for 30 in 3.5 overs. The Minder Phillip Park and the Larry Soos playing field in the Marbella Valley will be the venues used for the Windward Islands Senior Cricket Tournament. The tournament, which bowls off this coming Saturday, will be a 50 overs aside format with the top 2 teams played in the final at the Minder Phillip Park. The match schedule is as follows. Saturday 26th at the Minder Phillip Park, St. Lucia comes up against Dominica, while at the in Marbella Valley, the Grenada team, they take on the St. Vincent and the Grenadines team. On Sunday 27th at the Minder Phillip Park, St. Lucia, they take on Grenada, while St. Vincent take on Dominica in the Marbella Valley. On Tuesday 29th at the Minder Phillip Park, Dominica takes on Grenada, while in the Marbella Valley, St. Lucia plays St. Vincent and the Grenadines. All matches bowl off from 9:30 in the morning. In swimming, the St. Lucia Amateur Swimming Association, in collaboration with the Ministry of Youth and Sports, well, they gear up to host its annual inter-primary and secondary school swim meet on June 15, 2018. The primary school meet is expected to commence at 9 a.m. to 12 noon at the Rodney Heights Aquatic Center, whilst the secondary school meet will start at 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Each school will have no more than 4 swimmers per age group and will enter into a maximum of 3 events. Ribbons will be awarded for the first 3 places per event, and trophies will be awarded for age group winners. The entries must be returned no later than Wednesday, June 18, 2018. On Sunday 20th May, when the Catholic Church celebrated Pentecost Sunday, the Shamrock Sports Club celebrated its 59th anniversary with the Mass at the Sacred Heart Parish Church at Marsha, followed by breakfast at the Marsha Parish Hall. In his homily, resident parish priest, Father Raj, blessed the members and wished the club longevity. In attendance at Sunday's activity were founding members Steve Phillip and Aldrich George. The breakfast was blessed by Deacon Errol Montoot, a veteran member of the club. Also in attendance were past president of Netball St. Lucia, Mrs. Rufina Paul, as well as former national footballer Martin Weeks, who was the master of ceremonies. Former national netball stalwarts Marian Marshall Montoot, Barbara Joseph, and club stalwart Roland Cox, Dick Doe Lawrenson, as well as Dennis Cassidy Niles, visiting from New York, were also in attendance. Perhaps the most refreshing aspect of the day's activities was the presence of the Shamrock Junior footballers, students of the Vibutai Primary School, who actively participated in the day's proceedings. In his remarks, Club President Benedict B.J. Joseph pledged his support to the organizing committee of the club 60th anniversary celebration to be held next year, 2019. In tennis, in a tennis announcement, the annual general meeting of the St. Lucia Tennis Association, Inc. will be hosted tomorrow, Wednesday, 23rd May 2018 at the National Tennis Center. And that comes off at 6 p.m. All are invited to attend and participate in this important meeting. This is where the tennis fraternity meet with the association's directors and discuss the future of tennis in St. Lucia. We take a break, but when we get back, Canaries and V4 South to clash in epic battle for Under 23 Football Cup. We will tell you how they got there when we get back. Stay tuned. Welcome back. The final of the St. Lucia Football Association's Under 23 football competition is now set. In matches played at the Leclerc playing field, tournament favourites V4 South came from behind to defeat Dennery after trailing 2-1. V4 scored 3 times to win this encounter 4-2. The goal scorers of V4 included Sherwin George, Antonius Meyers, Adrian Henry and Dylan Neptune. In the other semi-final, after finishing in a 2-2 deadlock after regulation time, Canaries defeated Deriso on penalties. So, the final is now set. In a repeat of the 2017 Black Hat Championship, V4 South will take on Canaries in the final of the SLFA Under 23 Cup. Still in football, the Groves Day Promotional League will get underway on June 3rd, 2018. The Groves Day Football League met with affiliates last weekend to discuss the dynamics of the competition. 4 teams are expected to take part in this year's competition. This includes GMC United, Radio FC, Twist Dominators FC, and Sports Online Moshi United. In the opening matchup scheduled to take place at the Grenville playing field, Radio FC will come up against GMC United at 2 p.m. while at 4 p.m. Twist Dominators will take on One Sports Online Moshi FC. Further afield, Arsenal has set to appoint Unai Emery as their new manager. Manchester City assistant manager and former Gunners captain Mikel Arteta was strong favourite to succeed Arsene Wenger. Emery emerged as a unanimous choice following a recruitment process in which all candidates were spoken to. The 46-year-old Spaniard is available after leaving Paris Saint-Germain, where he won 1 League One title and 4 domestic cups in 2 seasons in charge. Previously, he guided Sevilla to 3 consecutive Europa League triumphs between 2014 and 2016. Well, let's see if that will make a difference. Well, Eden Hazard delivered a potential parting gift to Antonio Conte as Chelsea edged Manchester United 1-0 at Wembley to win the FA Cup for the 8th time.
Now, can he get away here? Eden Hazard. And Michael Oliver gives Chelsea an FA Cup final penalty. Phil Jones trying to match the chase. A short approach, almost halfway through the first half. And Hazard rolls it past De Gea, and Chelsea lead Manchester United at Wembley in the 2018 FA Cup final.
Easily rolled down one side of the goal. Not much of a...
Hazard calmly converted a 22nd minute penalty after being brought down by Phil Jones, and it proved decisive as the Blues avenged last year's defeat to Arsenal and ended a tumultuous campaign on a high note. Finally, tonight news on the NBA, where the Cleveland Cavaliers won 2 in a row to level the series at 2-2 against the Boston Celtics.
And Tatum could not get it to go down. James drives, scoop layup, and a foul.
You don't want to overreact to that. Not much you can do.
That's a tough shot.
Ojeleye nails it.
Good stuff.
That's another good-looking rookie for the Celtics. And spot duty has played very well at both ends. Kevin Love's bank shot is good. Cavaliers shooting 57% from the field. Rozier. Smart from outside. That won't go. Kevin Love the rebound. Throws it down to James. Catches in traffic and banks it home. What a pass. Aaron Baines has come on. Jaylen Brown tries. Baines quickly makes an impact. Jaylen Brown looking to post up Kyle Korver. Brown blocked by Korver. How about that?
He's a competitor on the defensive end. You can go at him, but he's not going to quit.
George Hill from downtown. And Smart is playing with that right thumb that had surgery in March. His shooting has been off. Not that he's ever a terrific shooter. As Korver nails another one. Excellent defense.
Well, LeBron James had another 40-point game in this year's playoffs. Meanwhile, the Golden State Warriors went up 2-1 against the Houston Rockets. That's sports. The DBS News continues after the break.